to LA.
Hello, YouTube.
About 12 hours ago, we got into LA. I didn't update you. It was quite a calm drive actually. I think it was a good move to drive through the night. We got into the plan was we were gonna get into an RV park on the outskirts of LA. Well, the idea was we were going to go to a Walmart on the outskirts of LA and then go to the RV park afterwards. But I got to the point where we were driving around the outskirts of LA and thought, let's just go into LA. I think that worked out quite well. We turned up to an RV park at 7 o'clock in the morning. A guy was not impressed. They didn't open until about 8 a.m. We were there at 7. I was so tired, we pulled over. I thought, I'll just nap for about an hour, see what happens. 7 hours later, we woke up and decided we were going to move elsewhere. And now we're on the beach. This has got to have been the best RV park to date.
This was a good choice coming here.
I did good.
Well done, Josh.
We're by the fire, as you can see. There's Ben over there.
Hello. On his lonesome.
Yeah, he's all the way over there. He doesn't socialise very well. He likes to be on his own.
He's the Alan of the group.
He is, a little bit. I've noticed that when he goes to the toilet as well. Have you noticed that? When he goes to the toilet, he goes to the cubicle as opposed to... So now he's joining.
Alright, listen here, you little shit. Happy now?
When we got here, we had another nap. I had another nap. You guys went off walking. How long were you walking for?
Really went up there.
Yeah, not long. We went to find some bikes for tomorrow.
Maybe.
They
were quite expensive bikes.
Like what? $30
An hour?
Yeah.
An hour? That's insane. You could probably get a Segway for cheaper than that in like Santa Monica Beach, just like 10 miles down that direction.
It's a little bit more for the whole day, but
Yeah.
It's
55
like
for a
55
tandem.
for a day.
Yeah.
It's insane.
on a bike.
So it would be fun, but that's a lot of money.
We're on holiday.
We're running out of money.
We've run out.
So we went to. So when we went,
Damn you, Vegas.
when I got up eventually, we decided we needed to get some food. So we went shopping. We went to a Target, which is I'm not even sure. It's weird because that's kind of the equivalent of like
I think it's called Asda.
no, that's Walmart. Walmart is the equivalent of Asda, but Target's like the equivalent of Matalan, but with food.
Yeah.
Not a lot of food.
Not a lot of food, but it's kind of what it is, isn't it? It's Matalan with food.
That's pretty cool.
So we did that, and we met another grumpy American. The Lyft driver wasn't very friendly.
It's fine.
It's fine.
He really wasn't.
He was like the woman from the way there.
Oh God, yeah. Let's not talk about that. So we went shopping. We got some food. We realised I think we've got too much food now.
Yes.
Never have too much food.
We definitely have too much food.
We have the RV till Wednesday morning. We have to drop the RV back Wednesday morning. It's now Monday evening. We have enough food to last a week. We have 2 days to eat it. Well, a day and a half.
Challenge accepted.
Oh what? Yeah, if you cook it, yeah.
It's fun, mate. We've got Barbies.
I wouldn't class that as a barbie, but we actually do have a barbie. We just need coal, or we could wood fire it. That could be interesting. I was really looking forward to driving in the dark. I'm glad I've done it. Don't think I'd do it again. Especially when you two were just passed the hell out in the back.
We did tell you that would happen.
Yeah, no, I know. I fully understood the.
5 hours while Josh drove and played loud music.
Oh yeah, that's the only way.
I don't know how. I don't know how we slept.
To be fair, I don't know how I stayed awake.
I haven't slept in days, so yeah, it was bound to happen.
I'm surprised you slept through the singing, the bad singing, and the loud music.
Well, I didn't want to listen to it, so
I'm
Sleep was the only option.
I'm blessed with bad hearing on one side, so I'd slowly.
I don't know how you slept as well, because you kind of knew, like, psychologically you can't roll over to one half of your bed, so you were just
You've seen it.
you
I
were,
can fall asleep in any vehicle in like a second.
true, but you just slept like a log. You felt like it looked like you were like in a coffin or something. Like you just didn't move the whole night, whereas Andy was all over the place.
Every now and then I'd wake up and I'd be like, it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Somewhere in the corner, I rolled out of bed.
I think the hardest part of driving tonight is like Americans have an obsession with bright lights. Like we were high up, but like car headlights seem so much brighter, and it's like you're driving down a dark highway going straight forward, but behind you you've got cars trying to overtake you or coming up, and you just can't see shit all. Anyway, I'm glad I've done that. It's something I can just check off the list, so that I've done that. Driven through the night for 7 hours. That was fun. And then crashed on someone's front.
They'd be pissed when
They will,
when
yeah.
they realised we left. They'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was cheeky.
We stayed there for the best part of 7 hours. No, it was
You
more
should
like-
have come and checked
actually,
on
no,
us.
it was more like 4 hours.
No, we got there at just before 7.
Yeah.
Reception didn't open until 8, and then we woke up at 12.
Yeah, so 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Oh, I'm still in English time.
We stayed there for 4 hours. It was a good nap. And then we decided, screw this, we're going to a beach. Which actually, this is cheaper than the other place.
Yeah.
By at least $10 a night.
Yeah.
At least.
Hell of a lot better.
And yes, so much better. There's like fire pits everywhere. We're literally right on, we're on the back row of the beach. But you're on the beach. It's just better than where we were going to be, in the middle of nowhere. Nothing to do, nothing to see. Now we're on a beach. Yeah, okay, admittedly, as you can hear, we're by LAX, which is probably the busiest airports in like the whole country. But apparently by about 11 o'clock at night, they stop flying out. I don't understand how, being that they're an international airport.
Well, that's when they all fly in.
Well, yeah, they stop flying out, but they fly in. It's also weird to think, I've already said this to you guys, but it's also weird to think in about 3 days' time we'll be flying out of that airport. 3 or 4 days' time.
It's going to be a sad day.
It will be a sad day.
I think when we're handing it back, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday's going to be a sad day.
That-
Handing back CC.
When Cece goes back, that's going to be emotional.
Go sleep with strangers.
I'm looking forward to that.
I bet you are.
You just said that, considering the fact you're going to an all-men lodging.
He's going to a mixed store. It's a 10-minute clip. This is quite good.
Yeah, that's like the whole vlog.
Yeah. But this is kind of like pinnacle. Like we're like at the end of the trip now.
This is it.
This is it. This is like we literally have a single solid day left with Cece in the RV, which is the end of the trip.
Yeah, but then we got Hollywood, we got the Walk of Fame.
But the trip with Cece ends.
Oh yeah.
You don't understand. We've been with CC for so long.
We've been through so much. You really don't understand. We've been through the Tail of the Dragon. We've been through York. We've been through Oklahoma,
Been
Texas.
through Dodgy redneck
Dodgy,
country.
yeah.
I wouldn't know because you haven't released half of your blogs yet.
Josh has hit someone.
Please don't say this. I've kept that out the whole vlog. It wasn't that bad. It was his fault. We got misdirected. I'm going to blame Ben for the directional skills. Every time we got directed by Ben using Google Maps, which is why I say Google Maps is bad.
Right, because Apple Maps has never led us astray.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
Not when I've been using it. We ended up going down basically a very narrow street with a very low trees and wires and stuff. We came to a junction and basically this bloke came up the road. I was trying to avoid him and someone's property essentially. I slowed us pretty much to a stop, but the guy just carried on going and he was just watching me the whole time. And yeah, basically I accidentally clipped his mirror. There's nothing I could do about it. I was going pretty much slow. He could have stopped. He had more space to pull over off the road to stop. You haven't heard any of this.
I wasn't there, man.
Yeah, I know. He had more than enough space to pull over and stop off the side of the road, but he carried on driving. He knew how wide I was, and he knew how little space I had. And then after it happened, I just stopped and went. And Ben looked at me and went, "You just clipped him, didn't you?" I was like, "Well, yeah, pretty much."
He clipped you first.
So I got out and walked up to him, and he got out the car. And I think he was more in shock than anything. He got out of the car and left the car in drive, and it started driving off down the road as he got out of the car. Basically, he turned around and called me an ass because I didn't stop, and it's like I couldn't really stop. I didn't say anything to him, but I just apologised, and just apologised profusely, basically. And he was like, "Look, it's only a scratch. Don't worry about it." He knew it wasn't ours because it was a rental, and it had rental all over the side of it. So he kind of knew that I don't know. He could have been a lot worse about it, to be fair. He could have phoned up the rental insurance companies and all the rest of
Got
it.
his gun out.
He could have, yeah. We were in Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
so it could have happened.
Cap in your ass.
Yeah, pretty much. But he was nice enough. And it literally left like a mark on the plastic wing mirror. But on his, there's a little scrape down the wing mirror. But it's not like I did any damage, and he could have stopped as well. I couldn't stop because there's no way I would have stopped in time because of how big and wide I am. But yeah.
I'm not saying.
So yeah, that's story time. I tried to avoid that one because it wasn't really yeah. Anyway,
Goodbye, YouTube.
Yeah, goodbye. Let's end it now.
Joshi.
Okay.
Right, it's our last day with CC. As you can tell, it's a bit manic in here. Better than what it was. Getting rid of all the stuff. We bought way too much food, so now we had to just dump it. Bit of a shame. It is what it is. And we have to get going rather soon. We had to hand it back, what, 10:30?
Yeah.
So it's 10:15 now, so we need to get a move on and get that doing. And I thought now would be a good time to vlog and waste more time. So, yeah. But yeah, there's your update. We're returning the RV today. It's sad. We spent a month on it. Gonna miss it. and not looking forward to the last one. Not at all, but we'll see what it's like when we get there.
What are you doing?
Why are you filming me up? No, why is filming us? I hit out your hand again. I hit out.
Cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me cause I'm so. All the bitches. All the bitches love me cause I'm so fly, 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 fly. All the bitches fly, 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 fly. so fly, 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 so fly. All the bitches love me 'cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me 'cause I'm so fly, so fly, so fly. All the bitches love me 'cause I'm so fly, so fly.
Like that are from the early 20th century, like kind of Art Deco stuff. Especially like they've got what is this, like motifs up in the I'm sure they mean something like either like justice or information. Like
So we're in downtown LA, just outside of Little Tokyo. Just come out of a bar, gastro pub. We are going back down to Hollywood, where we're going to the Chinese theatre to see Deadpool 2. Woo! And we have a friend, by the way. This is Paul.
hello.
We met Paul last night on the pub crawl. It wasn't really a pub crawl. It's 3 places. I wouldn't class that as a pub crawl. But anyway, we kind of extended it to another place, like a 70s, what I call as a swingers bar. It was definitely interesting where you walk through a hollow fridge. So yeah.
All the bitches love me 'cause I'm so. All the bitches. All the bitches love me 'cause I'm so fly, 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 fly. All the bitches fly, 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 fly.
And here we have a wild Josh taking photos of himself, which he's been doing this whole fucking trip. Up in that Instagram game, yo. Sup guys? Right, we are, oh there's this much. We are almost at Griffith Observatory, which is, stop trying to look at my screen. Right there.
Right there.
Okay, now put it back. So yeah, we've been a little bit quiet the past couple of days, but we've been having a lot of fun in Hollywood. Lots to see, lots to do. It's weird, Josh standing behind my camera. Stop doing that. Yeah, we met a few nice people. Met a guy called Paul. He was pretty cool.
He was in the vlog.
He was in the vlog. Cool.
And I can't remember what his name is. I really feel really bad.
Oh, the other guy. Yeah, I don't know what the other guy was.
The Berlin guy. It was quite nice.
He was. And then we went to. Where did we go yesterday? All day we just sort of walked around and we went downtown. Downtown LA.
Oh, we went to the cinema theatre.
And went to cinema and watched Deadpool 2 finally.
In a Chinese theatre.
In a Chinese theatre, which was beautiful. I don't trust us. And then we went to a comedy club at the hostel, and it was a load of shit.
It wasn't that bad.
The comedians were pretty bad.
It was better than nothing.
Better than nothing, but yeah. And now we're going to the observatory, and hopefully not to the sign, because that's gonna kill me.
Woo! Sign! We're going to the sign.
Fuck you. You can just leave me here under this tree.
You'll die if you stand out here in the sun.
Leave me under the tree, I'll be fine. Anyway, yeah, so we'll update you when we get up to the observatory with some better shots.
When the morning baby,
And here we have a sign for rattlesnakes, as if the height, length of the trail, heat, and Josh wasn't enough. And now we have to deal with rattlesnakes, as usual. And that's where we're going, all the way to the Hollywood sign from the Griffith Observatory. It doesn't look that far. Until you zoom out, it's fucking miles. About 4 miles. This should be fun.
See how steep that hill is going up there? Up the side of the Hollywood Mountain. Like, nope.
Not impressed.
Now, I just in case, maybe we can throw Josh down here and I don't have to hike anymore. If I throw him over here, I can be by the road and hopefully someone will hit him. And then I don't have to hike up to this Hollywood sign because I really don't want to, but no matter what I say, nobody listens to me. Nope, gotta do what everyone else wants to do. It's not like I'm on holiday or anything. Hiking up a fucking mountain. Again.
Just lean into the mountain.
Where you going, man?
And here we have Trailblazer Josh.
That's the route.
Off on a journey of self-discovery into his gayism. Hi!
Man, this is crazy.
We made it, just about. Josh is tired, his fault. Made us hike up the mountain.
I didn't make you, Andy did.
Absolutely, maybe. But yeah, we made it, just about. It was boring as we got here, so 11-hour flight, gonna be fun. Gonna have a person next to me in a bit, I'm sure. And yeah.